Hello, everyone. Today I have a very interesting story for you. It's about a lazy boy who was, in fact, very smart. By the end of this story, we'll discover how even a lazy person can find the motivation to work hard and overcome their laziness. But that's not all. As we go through the story, we'll also pick up some new English words and see how to use them in sentences. This is a great way to practice your English in a fun and easy manner. So make sure you stay with us until the very end. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Ryan. He lived with his parents in a small house right on the edge of town. Now, Ryan was very lazy. Every day he was supposed to help his father in the fields. His main job was to scare away the birds that tried to eat their rice crops. Most people would use sticks or slingshots to shoo the birds away. But Ryan, being lazy, didn't want to move around too much. So he came up with a clever idea. He stuck wooden poles in different parts of the field and connected them all with ropes. This way, he could just pull the ropes from one spot to scare the birds, all while lying down and relaxing. His father was a little worried about Ryan's laziness. He often thought, if I get sick, how will Ryan manage everything on his own? But because Ryan always managed to get his work done, his father never got too angry with him. Then, one summer, during a very dry season, his father became very ill. Suddenly, Ryan had to take care of the entire field all by himself. He tried his best, but he just wasn't used to such hard work. After a few weeks, the crops began to wither and die because they weren't getting enough water, and Ryan couldn't save them on his own. That night, Ryan sat outside under the starry sky, feeling completely useless and deeply disappointed in himself. He thought to himself, why didn't I ever try harder? Now my family's only hope is gone. The next morning he heard a commotion in the village. Curious, Ryan went to see what all the excitement was about. A soldier from the king's palace was making an announcement. There was going to be a big competition. The grand prize for the winner? A chest full of gold. Ryan's heart leaped. This gold could save my family, he thought. Without a second thought, Ryan announced that he would join the competition. The villagers who heard him started to laugh. How can someone as lazy as Ryan win against strong and skilled people from all over the kingdom? They whispered amongst themselves. But Ryan didn't let their laughter bother him. He had 3 days to reach the king's palace, so he set off right away. His parents didn't really believe Ryan would win, but they secretly hoped this journey and challenge would teach him the value of hard work and help him change his lazy habits. 3 days later, the competition began. All the participants, including Ryan, were gathered near a large lake. Many of them looked incredibly strong and fit, which made Ryan feel quite nervous. How can I possibly beat these people? He wondered. Then the rules for the first round were announced. They had to cross the lake, and only the first 3 people to reach the other side would move on to the next round. The countdown began. 3, 2, 1, go. With a splash, everyone jumped into the lake and started swimming furiously. But Ryan hesitated and stayed behind. He knew, there's no way I can win by just swimming. I'm not as strong as them. Suddenly an idea sparked in Ryan's mind. He quickly ran into the nearby forest, gathered some fallen branches, and skillfully tied them together to make a small, simple raft. He found another sturdy piece of wood to use as a paddle. This is a race to cross the lake, Ryan reminded himself. Not just a swimming race. I might not be the strongest, but I can be the smartest. While the other contestants grew tired from vigorous swimming, Ryan steadily paddled his raft across the lake. Slowly but surely, he started passing many of them. And guess what? Ryan finished third. He had qualified for the next round. 2 other very strong participants also made it through. The next day, it was time for the final round of the competition. Each of the 3 finalists, Ryan and the 2 strong men, was given a large, heavy wooden block. The challenge was to move this block 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them was an assortment of tools they could use, but each contestant could only choose 1 tool. The first strong contestant immediately grabbed a thick rope and started trying to pull his block. The second strong contestant chose a long piece of wood, hoping to use it as a lever to nudge his block forward. Ryan, however, didn't rush. He carefully looked at all the tools. I can't win this with brute strength, he thought. I need to be smarter. After a few moments of deep thought, Ryan picked up a small knife. The crowd gasped and then murmured in confusion. A knife? How could a tiny knife help move such a huge, heavy block? But Ryan didn't even try to push the block. Instead, he began to carve it with the knife. He skillfully chipped away at the wood, shaping the block into a large, round ball. It took him about an hour, but finally Ryan finished his carving. Now, instead of a heavy, awkward block, he had a large wooden ball. With a smile, Ryan gave the wooden ball a push. It rolled easily. Meanwhile, the other two contestants were still struggling, sweating and straining with their heavy square blocks. He rolled his ball down the path, quickly catching up to them and then passing them. With focused effort and his clever idea, Ryan was the first to roll his wooden ball across the finish line. The crowd erupted in cheers. No one had expected the lazy boy from the small village to win the king's competition. So what does this story teach us? It shows that sometimes, people who seem lazy can actually be very smart and creative. But to truly achieve something great, they often need a powerful reason, a strong motivation, just like Ryan's desire to help his family. So if you ever find yourself feeling lazy, try to find a strong reason to push yourself. It could be for your family, for your own dreams, or even to prove someone wrong. A big, meaningful goal can give you the motivation you need to do your very best. And hey, throughout this story, I hope you also picked up some new English words and saw how sentences are put together. Remember, learning English can be really fun, especially when you practice it regularly with stories like this. So, keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing your English skills. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.